Hey guys, so it's the 8th of January in 2024 and I'm here in a resort called Torremolinos near to Malaga. So today I want to tell you everything about Torremolinos, tell you a lot of information about the Costa del Sol, just so you can get a feel for this place. This is a really good option for winter sun because they have a very good all year round climate with over 320 days of sun every single year here on the Costa del Sol. So the Costa del Sol means the coast of sun, and that is the nickname for this area here where we are. And the nearest airport to fly to is Malaga AGP Airport. So all the budget airlines from Britain and from all the European countries fly to Malaga Airport. It's one of the busiest airports here in Europe. And you can fly here with EasyJet, with Jet2. You can fly here with Ryanair. You can fly here with all the different budget airlines here to get here to Malaga and Costa del Sol. I'll just give you a tip. There's an airport, there's a train station directly inside the airport. Just get to arrivals, cross the road, and that's where the train station is. And the train will take you directly to the holiday resort, to the destination you want to go to. So the whole coastline has all different resorts and all different destinations to go to. So it's hard to choose really. This holiday I chose Torremolinos, because Torremolinos is only 10 minutes drive away from the airport. So we just jumped a taxi and it cost 18 euros from the airport to Torremolinos here. But I could have also got a train to Torremolinos, but the train stops up in the town of Torremolinos. So then you've got a 15-minute walk down the road with your bags. So take that into account when you're going to Torremolinos. You might want to get a taxi instead of the train, because the train stops up the hill, 15 minutes up the hill, and you'd have to kind of get the lift down, or you'd have to maybe walk down as well. So this promenade is surrounded by beautiful palm trees right up and down. It looks absolutely wonderful. I mean, I live in Poland right now, and Poland's very cold right now. It's about -2 degrees, -3 degrees in Poland right now, and here on the Costa del Sol it's 18 degrees. In Liverpool, my home city now, it's having a very cold period. It's also about 1 or 2 degrees right now in Liverpool. In Liverpool, we had it about 8 degrees at Christmas time this year, so it wasn't so cold like Poland, but still it's too cold for me. So I came here. I do like winter sun, and Costa del Sol is one of the best options for winter sun. So this promenade, it's all pedestrianised, and it's suitable for people with walking difficulties because it's totally flat. This is the Macarena beach here, you can see straight ahead. And on the left side you can get the pedalos, but the pedalos are seasonal. That will start again from the 1st of April. There's nobody there to actually rent a pedalo for you here in January time, unfortunately. So you can't do the water sports at this time of the year. But when it gets to the summertime, you can go on the banana boats, you can go on the jet skis, you can do all the water activities. They've got them all. So if you come here in the winter time, you're going to get 5 or 6 days of sun if you come for a 1-week holiday. If you come for a 2-week holiday, you get lots and lots of sun for sure. If it rains, it's in Spain, so it rains very quickly, and then it's dry again within about 1 hour or something like that. So where you see the mini golf here, this is an amusement park for children just opposite. Let me just show you. So where it says mini golf there in the middle, that's an amusement park for children. The children will love it there. There's all kind of rides there and all different entertainment there just in the center. It's very close to the apartments back on Dio. And straight ahead here, if you go to the end of this street here where you see Burger King, there's a very beautiful palace. And that palace is used these days for weddings and conferences and for live music and that type of thing. And if you go straight ahead down this road here, there's all different little cafes. There's a pub down there. There's an ice cream place. But you must go just straight ahead directly down this street and you will see that wonderful palace. And it has all Arabic features. It was built in 1925 and it's called Casa de los Navacos. And on my shorts, if you have a look at my shorts on my channel, if you subscribe to my channel at Travel with Col, with a C-O-L, and you will see all of my guided tours on there, and you'll see the palace on there as well. I also made a guided tour a few days ago of La Carihuela, which is the next resort further down here. So to get to La Carihuela, you walk about 20 minutes in this direction where I'm going now, going away from Malaga towards Marbella direction. You carry on in this direction, you get to La Carihuela, and that is the most popular resort for tourists from the Netherlands, from Holland. They all love La Carihuela. You get all Dutch pubs there and everything down there, and it has very quaint, beautiful, quaint shops. Maybe have a look at my channel, and I have a guided tour a few days ago. I took a few days ago from La Carihuela, because that's definitely worth a visit as well, guys. If you want to go to La Carihuela by train from Malaga, you would get off at a train stop called Montemar Alto, and you just walk down the hill. Like when you go away from the promenade, it kind of turns into hills in a way, really. Let me just show you. And you go up the hill up there to get to the train station. You take a right turning to get to the train station. So here we have the Spanish flag there. You can see on the left side on that building, and it's red and yellow. That's the flag of Spain. So in Spanish, they call it España. To say hello in Spanish, you say hola. To say how are you, you say ¿qué tal? And if somebody says to you, how are you, you say muy bien, gracias. As you can probably tell, I was living in Spain in the past. I was living in a city called Granada, and I lived in a city called Marbella in the past before I moved to Poland, to Krakow. So I have very, very good knowledge of the Costa del Sol in Spain. When you're here on the Costa del Sol, guys, you must, this is a money-saving tip for you. You must ask for a menu del dia. So at all the restaurants, between 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock, Monday to Friday, they have a daytime promotion called Menu del Dia. That means menu of the day in English. Now that is a 3-course meal with a starter like a soup or a salad, and you'll get a main course as well. That will be fish or meat or spaghetti or whatever. You get a proper main course, and you get a dessert as well. They call the dessert a postre in Spanish. So you get the 3-course meal for about 13 euros, which is a really, really good deal. Actually, some of the restaurants now charge 15 euros because of the inflation, but it's still very, very reasonable if you go for the Menu del Dia. I checked the prices here in some of these chiringuitos, like you can see on the left side, and they charge about 7 euro for a soup. And a small beer was about 2.5 euros for a small beer. That's like a half of lager, as we call it in English. If you want a pint of beer, ask for a pinta cerveza. Cerveza means beer in Spanish, and a vino is wine in Spanish. So if you want a wine, you say copa de vino. That means a cup of wine, or a glass of wine, copa de vino. When ordering beer, there's all different names for beer here. You've got a caña, which is a small beer. You've got a pinta, which is a pint of beer, and you've got a tercio. And there's all different. You've got a botella, which is a bottle. So there's all different ways that you can order beer. Or you can ask for a jarra, which is just smaller than a pint of beer. So in cities like Granada, they're more likely to give you a jarra rather than a pint. But the Spanish beer tends to be much cheaper than international beer. I noticed that places can be 7 or 8 euros or 9 euros for a pint of Guinness or Murphy's beer. But if you buy a local beer, like Cruz Campo, which is from Sevilla nearby, a city called Sevilla, or you could buy Mau beer, for example, that's also Spanish, or you could buy San Miguel, you could buy Estrella, and if you buy one of these beers, it will be a much lower price than buying an importation international beer. So the things to buy cheaply when you're here in Spain, well, wine is very, very reasonably priced in the supermarket, and it's a very, very high quality wine because Spain is famous for grapes, and they have absolute delicious wine produced here all over Spain. So I do recommend that you try the wine when you're here and bring some wine back home with you to your home country. If you're a smoker as well, cigarettes are very, very cheap here in Spain. It's about 54 euros for a 200 sleeve of cigarettes. So you might want to take some cigarettes back with you. It's definitely worth bringing some cigarettes back with you. But I do warn you, Britain is no longer part of the European Union, so you can only take 200 cigarettes back home per person. There are limitations in place now, like you could take, for example, I think you can take 2 bottles of wine, you can take 1 bottle of vodka, If you can make some comments, guys, as well, as to how much alcohol you're allowed to take back to Britain, how many cigars and cigarettes you're allowed to take back to Britain, it will help people that are on holiday here. That would be really, really useful and helpful. And if you have any tips or recommendations for people coming to the Costa del Sol, if you can make some comments, please, guys, on it as well, and that will really help people out. The idea is just to give you as much information as possible. So Spain here, it is famous for ham. So the best ham in Spain is called jamon iberico, and the second best ham I've tried here in Spain is called jamon serrano. So if you like ham and if you're a meat eater, then make sure you do try the ham here in Spain. Now also, Spain is very, very famous for all different types of cheese. The cheese is absolutely delicious here in Spain, and I recommend you the queso manchego cheese. Queso means cheese, so ask for queso manchego, and that is a very strong tasting Spanish cheese. It's a little bit like a strong cheddar cheese. Absolutely delicious queso manchego. And I recommend you the melon with honey as well. The melon is really, really delicious down here on the Costa del Sol. And if you like long walks, this is absolutely perfect. All these promenades just going on and on and on. It's just a perfect place for a long, long walk. In terms of the weather right now, I've been here for about 5 days now. It's been about 18 degrees every single day. I've had sun every single day, which is pretty amazing for January, really. So I'm delighted that I came here. Well, if you want an ice cream one day, then ask for helado. Helado is ice cream. Por favor is please, and gracias is thank you. It's good to learn a few words in the local language because they don't speak English everywhere in Spain. Here in Torremolinos, it's a tourist resort, so there's people here from all over the world. So the majority of people will speak English when you're here in Torremolinos. But when you go to places like Granada, for example, you will need some Spanish when you're in Granada if you want to communicate and make friends with the local people. Now, my favorite day trip actually from here in Torremolinos or from Malaga or for the Costa del Sol is Granada. Granada is the most beautiful city in Spain with the Alhambra Palace. I absolutely love Granada. And Granada is half the price of nearby cities like Sevilla, definitely half the price of Madrid or Barcelona. Very, very good value for money. And Granada is a special city because when you buy a beer or a wine or a drink, you get a free tapas with your drink. And it might be a burger. There's all different ones. There's fish tapas, there's meat tapas like albondigas, but they'll give you all different tapas every day to try with your beer, so you can try the Spanish food. Granada is real Spain. If you want to see real Spain, go to Granada. Other cities you can visit are cities like Sevilla. Sevilla is also nearby. Granada is just 2 hours away from here by bus. Sevilla is about 3 hours away from here by bus. And if you like beaches, get a bus down towards Algeciras and go to Tarifa. And Tarifa has some of the best beaches in the whole world. It has white sandy beaches similar to the Caribbean. You don't need to go to the Caribbean, just go to Tarifa. If you want a day trip, then I recommend that you could visit Morocco on the boat. So if you go to Tarifa, get the bus from here to Tarifa, it's probably about 3 hours on the bus, and then get the fast boat, the catamaran. It takes 45 minutes to get over to Morocco. In terms of water sports, they're listed on the board straight ahead. You can see that board straight ahead, hopefully. If you want, I can just, well, you can just zoom in anyway if you want to see it. So they've got the Aqua Rocket, they've got the kayaks for 20 euros. They've got the Aqua Slider. They've got the banana boats. Banana boats are 15 euros. Also, it's cheaper than in Bulgaria because I go to Bulgaria in the summer. You can do these, but they charge you a little bit more in Bulgaria. You've got the parasailing for 99 euros per person. These are the prices per person. Let's see what you've got. You've got the Camaloca on the left side at the top. That's 15 euros to do that one. Just so you can see all the water sports that are available. And this area here is a free gym area, so you can do your exercises here on the beach, totally free of charge in the sun. So it's wonderful that they provide these opportunities for people for free. Right up and down the promenade, it's full of restaurants and cafes and bars, so there are plenty of places to eat. If you do come to Torremolinos, you're going to ask me, where should you stay? Well, you could stay in the Melia Hotel, which is just here on the right side. I've stayed in the Melia Hotel before. It's a very good hotel. It's got a pool that overlooks the promenade there. You can see the pool just on the right side. It's right at the front of the hotel, and it's got a gym right at the front of the hotel and a rooftop pool. So the Melia Hotel is a good hotel to stay in. But personally, in my opinion, I think the very best hotels to stay in are the Sol hotels here. They're also owned by Melia, and the Sol hotels are absolutely superb. They've got 3 different hotels in one resort. There's the Sol Don Pedro, the Sol Don Pablo, and the Sol Don Marco. They've got live entertainment every single night with live bands on, singing, dancing, music, all the different shows on. Very, very high quality food with different types of fish and meat for dinner every day, and pastas. I've had a wonderful experience in there this holiday, and I've got a room with a sea view as well. If you pay 60 euros extra per day, you get the room with the sea view. And I've just got a wonderful room in there. They've got 8 pools in there. They've got indoor pools, hot tubs, the whole lot for the wellness as well. So if it's the winter and it's raining, then you're well covered because there's lots to do in the hotel. And then you go out the hotel and you've got the All Black pub. So the All Black pub, after the New Zealand rugby team, you will see that pub as soon as you walk out the hotel. So that's where the Don hotels, the Sol hotels, are located. If you need more information about that, just make a comment, guys. So now I have hundreds and hundreds of guided tours on my YouTube channel, guys, from all over Europe. If you subscribe to my channel at Travel with Col, and that's Col with a C-O-L, you'll see all of my guided tours from all the best travel destinations in Europe. And guys, please give some likes on this video as well, because it does help the frequency of the channel. It just helps the video to rise high. So it's about another 10 minutes further on now to get through to La Carihuela. So the thing you'll think about when you're booking your holiday here, when you book your flights to Malaga, is where should you stay? Now, I've stayed in all the resorts on the Costa del Sol here. My favorite resort is probably Fuengirola. I think Fuengirola is the best one. There's so many things to see and do, so many restaurants to choose from in Fuengirola. If you're self-catering, then Fuengirola is the one to go for. But the beaches are very, very nice here in Torremolinos as well. So you go further down to La Carihuela, you get to a resort called Benalmadena, which has a beautiful marina called Puerto Marina, and it's full of restaurants and shops and entertainment. You've got Prison Island on the top floor. That's a wonderful one to go to as well with the children for entertainment. It's absolutely beautiful, Benalmadena Marina, so make sure you have a look at Benalmadena Marina. So that's the pool of the Melia, straight ahead where you see the umbrellas there. Yeah, so you get to Benalmadena Marina and you carry on, and then you get to Benalmadena Costa. Benalmadena Costa is really nice with all the bars and restaurants on the prom as well. It's a big, long pedestrianised walkway. If you turn right from Benalmadena Costa and you go up the hill, you get to a resort called Arroyo de la Miel, and that's the train station for Benalmadena. It's about 10 minutes walk up the hill from Benalmadena. There's no train station in Benalmadena itself. You have to go to Arroyo de la Miel. But Arroyo de la Miel is a very beautiful Spanish town full of tapas bars, and I highly recommend when you get off the train, have a good look around Arroyo. correct change. The number of times when I've come here, check your change very carefully, check the prices on the menu very, very carefully when you go to these bars and you go to these restaurants. Some of them are cash only, a lot of them you can pay card if you spend a certain amount of money, but it's also good to have some cash with you when you come here on holiday. If you come here from April onwards, it's very, very hot. Definitely in the summer, from May until October, you're going to get it at least 30 degrees every single day. You can actually see Morocco across the sea here. On a clear day, you'll be able to see the coastline of Morocco, the north side of Morocco, where you see cities like Tetuan, and you will see Tangier. So Morocco is a great place to visit for the day trip on the boat. If you want to buy some copies, counterfeit items and that type of thing, you can buy all the designer names, Nike, Armani, Adidas, Puma, Gucci, whatever you want. And you'll buy all your tracksuits, your polo t-shirts, you'll buy everything, all the copies, the bags. They've got lots of bags and wallets. It's like when you go to Turkey, you buy all those copies at bargain prices over there in Morocco. If you are staying in Tangier, I recommend the Ramada Hotel. It's got a very, very good location there on the prom, and that's a good hotel to stay in. Actually, if you're there, I stayed there before. I've been to Morocco, I've been to Tangier, I've been to Fez, and I've been to Casablanca. And I think the best city that I've been to in Morocco is Tangier. As in Morocco, they all speak French language as well. So if you speak French, you'll be able to communicate very well with them there in Morocco. So the local football team here is called Malaga, and back in the day, Malaga were a really, really good football team playing in the Champions League, and now they're in the division below, so they're a bit lower now. They've gone down in recent years, unfortunately. But Malaga play at the Rosaleda Stadium, and they do get very good attendances, very good capacities there. I highly recommend you visit Malaga for a day trip as well. You can just get the train down there from Torremolinos or from Arroyo or wherever you're staying. Malaga is a working city, so it's functional for the whole year. It's got a very big port for the cruise ships to come in, and you must visit Malaga Castle. And Malaga is about 15 minutes train ride away from here in Torremolinos. So you go further down the coast past Benalmadena, you end up in Fuengirola. You go past Fuengirola and you end up in Marbella, which is after Calahonda. And Marbella is one of the most exclusive resorts in Europe. They've got an area of Marbella called Porto Banús. And if you want to meet famous people, some of the most famous people in the world, they have their yachts there and their villas there. You'll see the Ferraris, you'll see the Lamborghinis, you'll see all the sports cars there in Porto Banús. So Porto Banús is like the Monte Carlo of Spain. And just have a day trip to Porto Banús, have a look around. It's really, really beautiful with the big yachts and the fancy cars, the designer boutiques and everything else. I think you would really, really enjoy a day trip to Marbella. There's also Marbella Centro, which is like a different resort to Porto Banús, and that's very traditional Spanish. The promenade is very, very beautiful in Marbella Centro, and you can go to Marbella Old Town, which is my favorite old town on the whole coast. The buildings are whitewashed. You see all the flower baskets there and everything, and it's absolutely beautiful in Marbella Old Town. So when you continue down the coast further past Marbella, you get to a resort called Estepona. Estepona is a popular place to live with expats and Spanish people. They have a marina there in Estepona as well, and it tends to be more of a residential area. Some people do go on holiday to Estepona and they get an Airbnb, they hire a holiday home down there, and then you continue down the coast and you get to Algeciras, which is the main crossing port to get over to Morocco. So the boat takes about 3 or 4 hours from Algeciras to Morocco, and I believe the boats go every hour or every 2 hours, so it's really, really easy to get over to Morocco from here. In terms of neighbouring countries, Portugal is also nearby. It's called the Algarve Coast, which is the most beautiful part of Portugal in my opinion, and they have some of the best beaches there in the whole world, even better beaches than here in the Algarve actually. And you can visit resorts like Vila Moura, Praia da Rocha, Albufeira. You can actually get a bus from here to the Algarve, and it doesn't take so long on the bus. It might be about 4 hours, I think, to get over there. And in terms of nightlife, the best area of the coast is Porto Banús, where they have all the lively bars on the second line. That's where all the nightlife goes on in Porto Banús in Marbella. Oh, this looks nice. Lovely spot. So guys, thank you very much for watching my guided tour today. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Travel with Col, with a C-O-L. Please give me some likes, guys, as well, and give me some comments and ideas on there, because it does help the channel. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.